morning. I hope you can hear me over my car trying to defrost. Try not to cover up any of the microphones. But if you can't hear me, I'll just re-record this. It is Monday morning, the 20th. I have work this week until the 24th, and then I think I get off at noon on the 24th, and then I'm off until the 3rd. So that's fun. I'm excited to have such a long break. I think it's much needed for me and my boss. We've been working our tails off endlessly for the holidays. There's a lot of things that we do for the holiday season, and I want to show you what I'm reading. I've been really bad about reading manga or reading a full manga. I've been starting and stopping and starting books and haven't finished anything lately, so I haven't been doing the 25 days of manga like I wanted to, but I still have been reading manga and I've still been reading books, so it's better than nothing. I'm reading Bleach Volume 14 by Tite Kubo, of course, and this series continues to be really good. I haven't read this one yet, but I'm excited to check it out. And a while back, if you didn't notice, I was collecting the omnibus 3-in-1s. They're really nice quality. They're like regular manga. I like that they're not like super thick and hard to turn and feel like they're gonna fall apart in a month or two. These are a lot nicer. To me, they're just simple and they might last longer that way. But I only got the first 4, and getting number 5 has proven to be impossible, so I just gave up and started getting some of the singles, and I'll keep the omnibuses unless it just drives me crazy and I can't stand to see them on my shelves. Then I might replace them one day, but for now they're fine. They're all the same height. That's the main worry that I had, was having different heights for the same series. But for now, I'm just getting the singles, and then if I find a good deal on one of the omnibuses, I'll get that. Because I do have one that has 19, 20, and 21 in it, so whenever I get to those, I'll have them already. So it's gonna be kind of sporadic on my shelf, which I know is gonna drive some people crazy looking at it, but honestly, it's the best I got, because I can't make myself drop $300 or $400 on these reselling box sets that people are doing on Mercari and eBay. I just can't do it. I can't let myself do the market price that's used. Unless it's a super rare, sorry I had a burp. Unless it's a super rare manga, I'm not paying more than retail used. I'm just not doing it. I refuse to do it. Even this, looking brand new, was like $8, so it's like $1 less than brand new. And it was on sale at the time on Amazon, so I got this one from Amazon. The next one I have, which is 15, it came from Mercari, and it's a little more beaten up, but it still was like $5 from Mercari. And I like getting a good deal, so that's what I'm gonna do. And it is 7:25. I'm up pretty early, very tired. JB was sick pretty much all weekend with a sinus infection, and that sucked. I hate that for him. I didn't get sick yet. Like I have like a scratchy throat in the morning most time in the winter anyways, so I'm not like looking into anything that I feel until something happens. But he didn't want to take any medicine, so he had to fight through it, which isn't great. So I'm trying to if I get sick, actually do something about it. And I wanted to mention something. Do any of y'all play Final Fantasy 14? Like it's on PS4, and I know it's on PC, but I don't know what else it's on, because that's what we play them on. The update came out, the newest update, and it's impossible to get on those servers. We spent, I think Friday night, he upped his subscription so he could play again, because they turned off being able to buy the game and create new characters. So all you can do is up your subscription or play it. And when I say play, I mean go into the queue, and the queue for us was almost 6,000 people. He left it on and did some other stuff on his computer so that it wouldn't be disrupted, because you can't even like leave the app and do something else. So he went and played on the computer, and it did not let him in until I'd say about 10 p.m. Like it took hours to get on there. And then he only had like an hour and a half to play before he had to go to sleep. So, yeah. That sucks. I don't know what they're doing to fix it, if they're going to add more servers or if they're just going to wait it out because they think people will stop playing. But I guess they just didn't anticipate that many people coming back to the game and playing the new expansion or whatever it's called there. I mean, I want to play it, but Lord, I mean, why even up my subscription if I can't get in there? So I can't fault them for that because of how things are right now. Maybe they're having trouble getting parts, or they just literally can't do more than they already are for some reason. So I'm trying to be sympathetic, but also it's frustrating because I know there's a lot of people who stayed home that day to get to play it. There's people who have bought so many things in game that they want to be able to utilize and play with, and they're just unable to play. Plus our subscriptions are not free, so people are paying to not be able to play, and I wonder if the company is going to do something to reimburse people, like give us a free month or two, because yeah, not many people are able to get in at all, so that sucks. Anyways, I'll let you guys go. I'm gonna get in my routine of the morning and I will see you after work. So what are you about to do?
We're about to go gather up the letters from boys and girls. They're sending their letters to Santa, which is me, and decide if they're naughty or nice.
Hermie, are you naughty or nice?
He is very naughty.
Naughty, naughty.
Pukes in the floor, walking under feet.
You ready? Let's go.
What do you want?
Time to collect the letters.
Make sure you say something about, look at all the letters.
Oh! Look at all the letters we have here.
I just woke up. My hair looks awful. Sorry. Good morning, everybody. I wanted to do a themed one this time. I received this book as a gift from a friend. They were giving me a bunch of books that they no longer wanted, or that they had already read, or that they just had no purpose in having in their collection. So they sent a bunch of them to me very kindly. I would tag them if I could, but they don't have like a YouTube or a social media thing. And I wanted to read one of them that's been sitting on my shelf that I've been scared to read because it's fantasy, and I have a fear for some reason of reading fantasy books, YA or adult. For some reason they're just hard for me to approach, and I have some kind of weird complex when it comes to them, that I won't be able to understand them or that I'm stupid. So this year I'm going to really try to prove to myself what I am comfortable with reading, and actually either buy or try out some of the books that I at least already have. And if I like them, maybe I can go buy more fantasy later. My local bookstore has a great selection of fantasy books, and I like to support them. And also I want to prove to myself, am I actually dumb enough to not be able to read fantasy, or am I just saying that? You know, because sometimes you get in your own head. I tend to do that very often. So this is like a real test year for me. I'm going to read what I want to read, but also I'm going to try to sprinkle in some fantasy here and there and see if I like it. This is the first book on that journey. I hope you're excited because I'm reading Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. I've never read this. I've never read any of her books. I'm already, how many pages in? I should have told you at the beginning, but I decided just now I wanted to do it. I wanted to make sure I wasn't going to DNF it. I'm on page 85, chapter 12. And I want to give you my thoughts on it so far, since this is the first time I've ever read it. This book is about a girl who is, I'm sure everyone knows, but she's an assassin, and she was like a slave because she was captured, and that was her punishment. And they come and get her, the prince of the land and his, I guess, court guard. I can't remember what he was called. It doesn't matter. They come and get her from the slavery dungeons and take her to be the king's champion at this competition. So this is basically just a trials and competition book, from what I understand. I'm still not 100% sure how I feel about it. I am able to understand what's going on though. It's not so far advanced in language that I can't understand what I'm reading, which is mostly why I don't pick up fantasy, because I have in the past, when I was very young, picked up a fantasy book, and I'm guessing it was adult high fantasy, and I picked it up, opened it up, tried to read some of it, and it was just so convoluted, like heiresses and betrothals and thous and theys and thems, and it was, I can't even explain to you the language I'm talking about. But you know, when a fantasy book goes on a tangent of like, so many people have this heir in their family, and this is their ancestor, and this is the kingdom and the politics, and you know, that kind of stuff just overwhelms me, and my life is already pretty crazy that I don't need my books to stress me out. So I'm gonna see if they, you know, we're cool with them. And so far this one, yes, I can understand it, and I'm fairly comfortable reading it, and I think I'm gonna finish it. I'm not stressed out at all reading it. I'm not loving it, but not hating it. There's only a couple of things I like about it so far. I like the dynamic between all of the men that are obviously going to be either like a triangle or a rectangle for this girl. I'm assuming there's going to be some sexual stuff in this, because I know that she's known for writing stuff like that. But I don't know. If not, that's fine. I'm just preparing myself for it. I haven't heard anything about this other than people really like it. I don't know how the story goes. I've never watched anyone else read this, so it's all new for me. If you've read this, I want to know, did you love it or hate it? You don't have to spoil it or anything, because I'll finish it in this video, but don't spoil it for anyone else. Too bad. I mean, I know I'm going to be talking about it in this vlog, but I'm going to try not to spoil too much for anyone. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I like it okay. The writing is kind of questionable. It's easy to understand, and I like the style of writing. I don't like how the main character is just so badass. Like, it keeps saying, oh, I could easily take down this group of men, or oh, she's just so prideful of herself, and she just has so much ego that it's just kind of gross to read about over and over again. And I don't like people with big egos. It just kind of makes me gag. I'm hoping that she actually can do these things, and it's not like we're seeing this girl struggle to even be an assassin when that's what she's supposed to be. It's just kind of weird to me. Man or woman, doesn't matter. Reading about somebody constantly mentioning how badass they are, it's kind of weird. But you know, I'm reading a lot of this today. It is the weekend, and I want to take it easy. This is the first weekend off I've had since probably November, like for real had off. There might have been one thrown in there, but I can't recall, because I've just been so busy with work that I haven't had the time to relax, and I wish it wasn't a bajillion degrees below zero. It's really cold. But yeah, that's what I'm doing today. I will take you with me on this journey to experience it for the first time, and I hope you guys are excited. Hey guys, so I just got out of a nice, almost unbearably hot bath. It was awesome. I feel like a new woman. Recommend it. As hot as you can stand it every once in a while. I think the cold weather made it a lot easier. Sometimes when I do that, it's so hot that I feel sick after, but today was perfect. I'm on that far, almost in the middle, page 182, chapter 25. I think I can finish this like either today or tomorrow. That's a big thing for me. Normally I don't finish books that quickly, but this book's only 406 pages. I will say it took me a long time to get into it, but now I'm into it. I really like it so far, and I think maybe that's just how these kind of books go. When you're in a series, you're gonna have a lot of build up to what's about to happen, and then when you get into the good stuff, like I'm enjoying it right now. There's the kind of love triangle thing going on, which is entertaining. I just hope it doesn't get too cringy. I'm not a huge romance reader in books. I like it in manga, but I struggle with it feeling natural in books for some reason. I think that everyone has like a different idea of romance and how that works. And a lot of times romance in books is just too cringy for me. But it's not bad so far. We'll see how it goes. I do like it though. It's getting easier to read and more fun to read. I read a ton in the tub, and I can't wait to see how I feel about it at the end. So yeah, just wanted to check in with you. I know we keep doing this in the same spot, but that's because I'm lazy and I haven't moved the camera. I have been going around the house though. I'm just coming back to this spot to film because it's where I have the camera set up. Anyways, I'm a little bit further into Throne of Glass. I am on chapter 42, which is page 312, and I do like it a lot more now. I'm getting to a point where we had just been to the ball, and there was the moment between Selena, or however you say her name. I'm gonna figure that out. I'm sure that I'll find something online telling me. And the dude that she likes. And it was cute. I'm more believing that romance now than I was earlier. Big stretch. Sometimes you just feel a big stretch and you gotta take it. That was really cute, really fun. We're at the little twist of who is responsible for all the deaths. And it's not surprising at all. Like, very predictable. I don't know if it was supposed to be a surprise, but I knew who it was from the beginning because it was pretty obvious. We'll see if it changes. Maybe it's one of those twists within a twist kind of things. But I'm getting close to the end. I only have that much left. And some of this at the end is just extra. Not too bad. I'll probably be done with it by today, which is exciting. I'm enjoying the world building more because it is such a small area. I think that's where most of my apprehension with fantasies goes, is with how big the world is and how difficult it is for me to absorb all of that information. It's easier when it's smaller doses like this. This is like you're in a castle, maybe outside of the castle, in the gardens, in the training area, you're in her bedroom, you're in the ballroom, you're in the room to eat. It's, you know, very limited to this one area, so it's not as overwhelming, I guess you could say.
You ready? Did you get that?
Yes! You're so cute! So I never updated you guys on how I felt about the first book, Throne of Glass. I never gave you like an ending, what I thought of it, or anything like that, which I just realized is crazy because that was the whole point of this video. But if this gives you any hint, I've already purchased the second book. So I think that's a good thing. I gave it 4 stars. I do think that it is YA, so I didn't just dive into an adult fantasy here. But I liked it a lot, and I think it's worth continuing. And I'm excited that I've found a long series that so far I'm liking. Hopefully it continues that way. I'm currently on chapter 3 of the second book, but I'm not gonna rush this one. But it was really good. I think my least favorite part, if I had to say anything, would be, like I mentioned earlier, there's this way of writing that Sarah J Maas has that's like the character is very arrogant in their own brain and brags about themselves without showing how awesome they are. They just, oh, I could do this, or I've done that, or they have no idea what they're dealing with, and it just kind of feels cheesy because it's pretty frequent in the book. But it's not enough for me to just go, okay, I'm sick of it, and just throw the book away. What I like about it, for one, the characters are really fun. I like Chaul, I think that's how you say his name. I think that the whole romance in the first book was very confusing to me. Like, she seems like she doesn't care about anybody, but she loves them or whatever. It's kind of giving me mixed feelings because she's going back and forth between these two dudes. Is she just a polyamorous type person, which is fine? Just figure it out, because I don't see that going anywhere well. But anyways, I'm sure if you've read the series, you're like, oh my god, just girl, wait till you get to this book. Let me know which one's your favorite, because I'm going to read them in publication order. I'm excited about it. Like I said, I've started this one, and I'm probably not going to vlog everything about it, but I will let you know what I think of it at the end. We got our booster shots today. My arm hurts. We're feeling okay though, right?
I don't feel sick yet, and the first 2 shots I got, I had a very rough day or 2 after I got the shot, so I'm just waiting. It's been like, I don't know, we got it like 10:30, 10:45. So it's been a few hours, 3 or 4 hours at this point. I'm not feeling awful, like my arm's sore and everything, but I just don't want to be stuck in bed with a fever all weekend.
Yeah.
And so far, we're good. So hoping that
Good.
stays. Hoping we keep it at that pace.
Yeah.